Imagine sitting in your high school biology class. The teacher dims the lights, projects an image of red and green dots onto the screen, and asks the class what they see. Most of the students say they see the number 74 hidden in the dots, but one of your classmates is confused because she doesn't see a number at all. She thinks the teacher and all of her classmates have set her up for some elaborate prank. But gradually she accepts an amazing discovery about herself. She has color vision deficiency, or to put it simply, she's colorblind, a genetic trait she mysteriously inherited that she never even knew she had. Hi everyone, I'm Noel Poller, AP Biology teacher and author of the Lab Hamster Storylines. During Unit 5, we are exploring the topic of heredity, how genetic traits are passed from parents to their children. In this video, we're going to explore the story of how traits like color vision deficiency are inherited, and how a process called meiosis makes inheritance possible. By the end of the video, you'll be able to explain how meiosis results in the transmission of chromosomes, what's happening during the stages of meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, and describe how the process of meiosis compares with the process of mitosis you've already learned about during Unit 4. Let's start with the big picture. All sexually reproducing diploid organisms, like humans, need a way to pass on their genetic information to the next generation. But there's a challenge. If every generation simply passed along all of its chromosomes without reducing the number, chromosome numbers would double each generation. That's where meiosis comes in. Meiosis is the specialized type of cell division that reduces the chromosome number by half, producing haploid gametes, egg and sperm cells in animals, pollen and ovules in plants. When two gametes fuse during fertilization, the diploid chromosome number is restored. That's how traits like color blindness or color vision deficiency are inherited from one generation to the next. So how does meiosis actually work? It plays out in two main stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Before the process of meiosis begins, the cell copies its chromosomes during interphase. So that means all the DNA is being copied. During prophase 1, homologous chromosomes pair up and condense, forming structures called tetrads. During this stage, crossing over may occur. That's when homologous chromosomes exchange pieces of DNA. This creates new combinations of alleles. Next, spindle fibers begin to form, centrosomes move to opposite poles, and the nuclear envelope begins to break down. Next up is metaphase 1. Homologous pairs of chromosomes are guided by spindle fibers to line up at the center of the cell along the metaphase plate. This arrangement is important because it sets the stage for independent assortment, a source of the genetic variation that's so important to natural selection. During anaphase 1, the homologous chromosomes separate and move toward opposite poles of the cell. Notice that the sister chromatids are still attached. That's a key difference from mitosis. Finally, in telophase 1, the spindle breaks down, a nuclear envelope may form around the chromosomes, and the cell divides. By the end of meiosis 1, we have two haploid daughter cells formed when cytokinesis splits the cell. It's important to know that these cells are now haploid because the chromosomes present are both copies of only one chromosome that made up the homologous pair of the original cell. But we're only halfway there. Let's go over what happens in meiosis 2. During prophase 2, a new spindle forms, and chromosomes, still made up of sister chromatids, attach to spindle fibers. During metaphase 2, chromosomes line up at the middle of the cell along the metaphase plate. Then, in anaphase 2, the proteins holding sister chromatids together break down, and the chromatids are pulled apart to the opposite poles. Finally, the cell gets to telophase 2. The meiotic spindle breaks down, nuclear envelopes reform, chromosomes decondense, and a cleavage furrow forms in animal cells or a cell plate forms in plant cells. Finally, cytokinesis occurs as the cell divides. The result? 4 haploid daughter cells, each genetically unique, each containing a single copy of every chromosome. Now let's compare meiosis to mitosis. Both processes use a spindle apparatus to move chromosomes. But their outcomes are very different. Mitosis produces two genetically identical diploid cells useful for growth, repair of damaged tissues, or replacing cells that are lost by the body, like the skin cells your body sheds every day. Meiosis produces 4 genetically unique haploid cells, which is essential for sexual reproduction. Without meiosis, organisms couldn't maintain stable chromosome numbers across generations, and genetic diversity, the fuel for natural selection, would be lost. Okay, let's review. The process of meiosis occurs in sexually reproducing diploid organisms like humans to ensure the formation of haploid gamete cells. Meiosis 1 includes 4 steps: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, and telophase 1. Then meiosis 2 occurs, and it also includes the 4 steps: prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, and telophase 2. Meiosis is similar to the process of mitosis because it uses spindle proteins to move chromosomes, but produces 4 haploid cells, while the process of mitosis produces 2 diploid cells. So when our biology student learned that she had color vision deficiency, the explanation lies in meiosis, the genes which are responsible for producing photopigments that allow us to see colors like blue, red, or green are inherited from our parents. Some individuals may inherit versions of these genes that code for slightly altered versions of photopigment proteins, and sometimes altered versions of these proteins mean losing the ability to tell certain colors apart from each other. Different versions of genes are called alleles, so whether or not you see the full spectrum of colors is a genetic trait determined by the alleles your parents passed down to you. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you're curious to learn more about meiosis, genetic diversity, and what happened when the girl told her parents what she learned in biology class, you might want to check out this video right here.